Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Hakuna La Planta. My name is Kevin, and today we're gonna look back at a few plants that I switched to LECA and passive hydroponics and how they're doing today. So this video is basically a part 3 of plants that I transferred into LECA a year ago. And yeah, I guess we're going to take a look today at how they're doing. First of all, I wanna thank everyone who watched last week's video, which is basically a complete guide to LECA and passive hydroponics. I honestly was so anxious and nervous for that video to come out, and it got a lot of positive feedback. If you haven't checked that out, I would encourage you to. So yeah, thank you again. And like I said in the video, I will be putting a few more videos like that in the future. Maybe not in the near future, but in the future. And yeah. Before I start this video, if you're new here and you like these kind of videos, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to my channel. And also follow me on Instagram if you like plant pictures. I post every single day. Okay, let's get on with the video. So the first plant is a philodendron, and this plant is very finicky and very picky. I want to say it's kind of a diva. But the first plant is the Philodendron BRANDTIANUM. So I'm actually very shocked that I succeeded growing this plant, just because I know I've had my share of, problems with this plant. But yeah, I like cannot, I'm like, look, she's on the ground. That's how big she is. But like, she's on the ground, and I'm just like so excited to show you guys what she looks like today. But basically, I talked about this in another video, but I propagated this plant in March 2020. At the time, I was experimenting propagating in moss and water, so these cuttings were kind of split in half, and I did kind of a half and half situation. Once the cuttings or propagations had long enough roots, I put them straight into LECA, and you could see in this picture that I had a moss pole already attached to it. I decided to do this just because of, all the rumors saying that this plant needs high humidity or the leaves will get stuck. And so I kept that moss pole pretty moist just so the ambient humidity was like there for the leaf and the plant. So this footage over here is from a video that I have out. It's from my Philodendron BRANDTIANUM care guide. And yeah, I mean, during the filming of this, I thought this was a pretty good sized plant. But yeah, it's crazy because she is like, I want to say she's quadruple the size of what she was in this video. Since October, she just kind of took off, and like it didn't even matter that it was winter. I had to actually attach another moss pole on top of the existing moss pole. And y'all have seen this recently, but she's even taller now, so I'll just grab her. Oh my gosh, guys. Ooh, she's gonna fall, she's gonna fall. Okay, so I'm gonna spill something. So this is my Philodendron BRANDTIANUM. I can't even fit her diagonally in the frame. This is insane. So I guess we'll start doing a pan here, but like you could see that the leaves at the bottom have lost a lot of color just because I feel like the newer growth is pulling from the older growth in regards to nutrients. And yeah, okay, I don't know how to do this. I want to show you the growth up here, but like I can't like bend it without things spilling, and it's a whole nightmare. Okay, so we're at the very top. You could see that the moss pole ends here, and she's just continuing to vine, I guess. So here are the newer leaves, guys. So that's one, I guess, and then over here. And then there's some cute ones here, like this one's cute. And like, I'm finding, I don't know if this is a thing, but more so when she was a bit younger and towards like the bottom of the moss pole, she needed to be sprayed down just so the humidity was up, or the leaves would just, unfurl easier. But I'm finding now that she's more mature, I don't need to do that at all. And my humidity right now is sticking around 50%, which I know is like something I didn't say in like my care guide, but I haven't sprayed this plant at all. And the leaves up top here, this is so funny. It looks crazy, but This is crazy. I wish I could show you how great this plant is, especially the newer leaves, but it's honestly impossible. Like, I have to stand, I'm about 2 meters away from the camera. Like, how crazy. And can we just, a year ago, this plant was cuttings. Like, can we put a picture here? Cuttings, crazy. And even May 2020, again, she was like here. Like, look at this picture. She was right here. And now look at her. This is the same pot, by the way. I didn't transfer her to a new pot. I just attached a new moss pole, but she is crazy, insanely tall. Like, this is insane. Wow. Oh my gosh. I'm just looking at it. Wow. I love how in another video I was like hugging this and I was like, I'm gonna have to chop her up. I don't think I'm going to. Like, unless something breaks off, I think I'm gonna keep her like this. And I know I'm gonna have to do something about this because there's nothing else to climb on, but I was thinking maybe I'll just tie the stems together so they're like climbing on each other. Is that weird? But anyways, the first plant is the Philodendron BRANDTIANUM. Okay, so moving on to the second plant. The second plant is the ANTHURIUM FURCATUM. So y'all have seen her before, y'all know what she looks like, but I'll just go over, you know, our journey. Okay, so I got this plant on April 1st, 2020. So again, I'll put a picture here. You could see that she doesn't have, just because she's a little baby, she doesn't have the signature T-shaped leaves. But guys, 3 weeks later, so I washed off the soil, put her in LECA, and within 2 to 3 weeks, she started pushing out a leaf. I think this was end of April, I think, yeah. After this, she was pushing out a new leaf roughly every month, and the leaves were getting longer and she was maturing really nicely. She just kind of lacked the extra lobes to make like the top of the T. Then y'all, August 2020, look at this picture. You could see a little bit of a lateral kind of elongation in this leaf over here. And that's when things got real. 1 month after this leaf came out, you could see this little baby over here. You could see that she is now the mature kind of plant that I always wanted. And and this is the leaf when it finally grew out. And the leaf after that, guys, is one of my favorite leaves. Oh my gosh. She is here and she is just, you know, she's here. So I guess I'll grab her now. So again, guys, this is the ANTHURIUM FURCATUM, and lucky for you guys, she has a new leaf. So she's this deep, I guess, maroon / burgundy color. The leaf in the picture, if I can maneuver, is this one over here. Can y'all see that? It's really hard. There we go. And yeah, I'm really excited because this new leaf is going to look exactly like this one. This bottom half here is, I think, fatter than the previous one. So that's exciting. But yeah, you could see the oldest leaf right now on this plant is the one I was talking about when there was, you know, the bulge, the lateral, you know, elongation in the leaf over here. And after that, she put out this like little wonky leaf, which I think is adorable. Then this one, then this one over here, and now she has a new one right there. Oh yeah, and I guess I put some moss just because the plant was getting taller and there's a lot of adventitious roots coming out, so I just wanted to like keep it a little moist just so there could be, you know, a promotion of root branching. So yeah, again, the second plant is the ANTHURIUM FURCATUM. Okay, the third one. Y'all are not ready for this one. This one I can easily say is my fastest growing plant. And it's funny to think that because A yearish ago, this was a plant that I struggled with. Let's just say I didn't know that these plants are very thirsty. And I mean, more than a year ago, I had this plant in soil and it was dying. But the third plant is the Begonia Sophia, aka Sophie CECILE. Okay, like I said, this plant was on death's door. And so I thought it was a good candidate, since it was already going to die, to throw it into LECA. And I don't have a picture of when I first transferred it, probably because it looked like shh. But anyways, here's a picture. So this picture is roughly a month after. You could see that these roots are just latching onto the LECA. And yeah, this next clip is one of my first videos. It's about plants that love LECA. I thought she was a beast back then. Like, look at how happy I am. That is like nothing compared to what it is or what she looks like now. Okay. This is gonna be another situation where I'm standing like 2 meters away. But this is my begonia. Ooh, it's fallen. Oh. Oh my God, my wrist couldn't take the weight. Okay, two hands, okay. Oh my God, it's like tipping. So look at her. She is big and mighty. And like when I hold her, oh my God, this is crazy. Okay, yeah, so like I was saying, the fastest growing plant, it's also the thirstiest. So I actually have to put new nutrient solution in this plant every 3 days, which is so wild. And even if I top it up with water weekly, it always runs out of either nutrient solution or water. And these stems, thankfully they're very resilient, but they like droop and bend. So I mean, they tell you when they're thirsty, but I like never want it to get to that point. But yeah, how crazy. Let me just do a little pan here. I don't know, I can't even see. So I hope y'all can see. Oh my God. I feel like it's gonna break. Like, this is scaring me. So another thing that's hilarious, I propagated this plant and I gave the propagations to my mom. And like, I mean, you can't even tell that I took propagations from this plant. Like, she is just like a beast. And yeah, begonias, man, I didn't even realize how much, you know, I loved them. I only have 2 of them, but like this one is like crazy huge and like, wow. And like, okay, let's put a before picture. It was like 3 leaves. Like, look at this picture compared to what it is now. Like, this is insane. Like, plants grow, duh. But like, okay, so the third plant is the Begonia Sophia. Okay, I said it right. Okay, back into the room you go. Okay, so the fourth plant is another anthurium, and this anthurium is the Anthurium DECIPIENS, formerly known as Anthurium SALGARENSE. So I actually ordered this plant at the same time as my FURCATUM, and although the transformation isn't as drastic as that one, she's definitely more mature now, and like, ooh, she's so pretty. Okay, so again, I got this plant in April 2020. You could see that she has these small, cute, baby heart-shaped leaves. Similar to the other Anthurium, 2 weeks after I transferred her, she popped out this cute, adorable leaf. Like, look at her. And yeah, like the other one, she was pushing out a leaf per month, and they, you know, progressively got bigger. But then guys, September is when she started to mature. This picture here shows the sinus of the leaf is starting to widen a little bit. And yeah, I don't think I've said this before, but I love anthuriums with like a wide sinus on their leaves. So like the Anthurium regale is one that I'm totally in love with. And so yeah, it was the main reason why I bought this plant, just because I knew in the mature stages, it kind of happened eventually. So here she is, guys. This is the newest leaf. She is just so large, and like, look at this. Oh, the space here. I love it so much. Look at her. Is she as big as my head? Oh, she's bigger. I love that. Oh my gosh. You're so pretty. Oh my god. So yeah, I mean, probably a boring plant for a lot of people, but I love her. So I still have the oldest leaf here. The next one is a bit bigger. I think this is the one where I started freaking out. And then this one, and then this one. Crazy. Okay, so let's look at the before picture. Crazy. Like, I'm so happy. And honestly, this anthurium so easily. It's so easy. Like, this is a crazy easy plant. Like, I ignore it a lot and she just thrives. Okay, so the fourth plant is the Anthurium DECIPIENS. Okay, so we made it to the last plant, and the last plant is a philodendron. And this philodendron is less known. I talked about it a little tiny bit in a previous video recently, I think. But this is the philodendron species mottled FITZCARALDO. Is that it? FITZCARALDO. I'm gonna go with that. But yeah, kind of similar to the philodendron BRANDTIANUM. It has like this silvery pattern on its leaves. And you know what? I just bought this plant because I thought it was so pretty. I loved the pattern on the leaves. I was a bit scared because I think it was supposed to be like a terrarium plant or like a plant that liked high humidity. So yeah, I guess I'll put a picture here. I got this plant just kind of rooted in moss and the roots were really small. I don't have any pictures, but like they were tiny. So I was really scared of what would happen. Again, like the BRANDTIANUM, because I knew these plants needed high humidity, I attached a moss pole from the beginning. But yeah, the good news was the leaves didn't get stuck. I didn't have any issues with that. But yeah, I kind of made a rookie mistake in regards to the placement of this plant because it was slow and it wasn't really doing anything. I kind of ignored it. So I want to say that this plant sat in an area in my room that was between low to medium light, which saying that just hurts me. Like, why would I put my plant? I don't know. I finally moved her and that's when she started growing. And yeah, I'm annoyed because I don't have any pictures of this plant really. It's just the two that I showed in this clip, but I'll just grab her now. Okay, so this is the philodendron species mottled FITZCARALDO. So she's a beauty. Like, let me show you the smaller leaves at the bottom. So yeah, let's have a comparison. So this picture here is literally these leaves, and she just continued to grow. Crazy. There's two plants in here. I don't know if I mentioned that already. But yeah, she, I think, is a shingler. I should have put her against a plank, to be honest, or like a moss plank situation. But yeah, I don't know what's going on because she just kind of got really big up here. Like, these leaves are crazy big. But do you see what I mean, guys? The silver pattern on these leaves, they're crazy. Like, can y'all see that? It's so pretty. But yeah, like the BRANDTIANUM, I don't think I want to propagate it. I don't want to disturb it either. So you could see in the back, I have like this plant Velcro, and the two of them are just kind of tied together just so they offer each other support, which I think is kind of cute. I'm annoyed because like when I show it on camera, it doesn't show how big these leaves are compared to what they were down here. Like, they're so big now. But ooh, I'm so happy. Okay, so the last plant is the philodendron species mottled FITZCARALDO. Okay guys, I guess that's it. So I guess let me know if you like these kind of videos again. Leave any questions or comments in the comment section below. I'm kind of at a crossroads of what I want to do in regards to creative content for you guys. And it's just kind of like, it's all in my head and I really don't know what kind of content to put out. I do have some propagation videos in the process. They're not done yet. I'm thinking about starting more propagations, but I'm not sure yet. Ugh, the houseplant tour was supposed to be filmed last week, but that didn't happen. And it was also supposed to be filmed today, but that also didn't happen. So yeah, I do plan for that one. Also, again, more LECA videos to come, more semi or passive hydroponic videos to come. And yeah, I'm excited for the future of my channel and the future of these videos. And again, thank you everyone for all your support. I appreciate it so much. And yeah, if you've made it to the very end, thank you guys so much. I greatly appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.